All right, let's do page 2. Okay, so when we go to add or subtract fractions, our denominators have to be the same. In this case, they're not, so we need to make a common denominator. The method we looked at is that we need the least common multiple basically for the bottom. So let's write the multiples of 7, and then 14. And if you notice, 14, that's the same as here. So this is going to be our common denominator. This was times 2. Okay, so now I have 14. Instead of 4/7, I'm going to create an equivalent fraction, which has a denominator of 14. So that would be 8 over 14. Okay, so now I'm not going to use this anymore. I'm going to use 8 over 14. So let's subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. We keep our denominator of 14, and 14 minus 5 is 9. So our answer is 9 and 5/14. Okay, here we're going to add our fractions together. We already have a common denominator. 7 plus 8 is 15 over 11, and then 24 plus 12 is 36. Now, this is a correct answer, but it is not reduced or simplified because we have an improper fraction here, 15 over 11. So over here, we're going to look at 15 over 11. Okay, 11 goes into 15 one time. 15 minus 11 is 4 over 11. Okay, you can also do some long division if you want to, and you'll get the same answer. So 1 and 4/11. So how does that work with what's over here? Well, instead of this, we're going to replace it. 36 plus 1 and 4/11, right? Because there is actually a plus sign in between here. We just don't write it. So when we have a whole number with a fraction, it means addition. Okay, 36 plus 1 is 37. And then I have 4/11. So this would be my final answer for 15, or for 16 actually. Apologies, my numbers are off here. I didn't even notice. Right, that should be 14, and this should be 15, and that should be 16, and that should be 17. Okay, let's do this one, multiplying fractions. Well, normally we just multiply across. However, these are mixed numbers, so we have to make them into improper fractions first. So let's go ahead and do that. 5 times 3 is 15, right? So we do times here and we add here. 15 plus 1 is 16. So that's 16 over 5 times 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 over 8. Okay, and now we want to look to see, can we cross reduce? We don't have to. We could multiply straight across and then reduce, but I don't want to do 16 times 19. So let's see if we can reduce this. 8 and 16, well, 8 divided by 8 is 1. 16 divided by 8 is 2. 5 and 19 cannot be reduced. They're both prime numbers. Now we can just multiply. 2 times 19 is 38, and 5 times 1 is 5. All right, and that cannot be reduced. So our answer is 38 over 5. All right, division. Okay, we have a phrase. Remember, keep, change, and flip. Okay, keep this, change this to times, and flip this fraction upside down. So we've got 12 over 27 times 9 over 8. Let's look to cross reduce before we multiply. We have a 12 and an 8. Well, what goes into both 12 and 8? 4 does. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 9 and 27, they are both divisible by 9. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 27 divided by 9 is 3. If you notice, I have a 3 over 3 actually. So I could reduce again, or I could just straight multiply across and reduce. Let's go ahead and reduce up and down. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. So my answer is just 1/2. Okay, let's look at the bottom questions. What is the value of 7 to the 0 power? Any number to the 0 power equals 1. Any number whatsoever. It could be x to the 0 equals 1. It could be 99 to the 0 equals 1. It does not matter. When you raise it to a 0 power, it's equal to 1. We will be looking at the proof of that in a different lesson. Okay, letters that represent unknown numbers are called what? Those are called variables. That's why we use letters like X or Y or A or B. It's a number that we don't know and we use it as a placeholder. It can vary in value, so we call it a variable. What is the name for a polynomial that has only one term? That is called a monomial. right? Because we had monomials 1 term, binomials 2 terms, trinomial is 3 terms, and polynomial is just the generic name. What is the name for a polynomial that has exactly 2 terms? Well, that is called a binomial, right? Bi means 2, just like mono means 1. What is the constant term in the expression? So a constant is a number without a variable. It does not change. It is constant. Okay, so our constant here is 5. This right here is called a variable term, and this is the constant term.